Here's a two-man horror story because I will forever be traumatized. Forever and ever. It was my best friend's birthday and she got this text from one of these guys that she used to talk to, and he randomly hit her with, hey, two-man tonight, and we were like, you know what? Fuck it. It's summer. Who cares? Let's do it. We went multiple nights in a row and everything was fine until the last time we went. So basically, me and her are sleeping over at her house. We're having a sleepover and we're like, you know what? We should sneak out tonight and go see them. So we snuck out that night and went to go see them. So basically, we got there and everything's good. And we go through the two-man, everything's fine. And he starts taking us home. And he's actively shit-talking me in the front seat. Knowing me, I scream something at him. And I'm like, bitch, fucking say it with your chest. Like, I'm right here, the fuck? I was in the back seat, and he's in the front seat, talking shit about me, whispering in my best friend's ear, like, bitch, say it, come on, say it with your chest. So I said that. He didn't like that. We're going like 45 miles an hour, and he full-blown slams on the brakes in the middle of the road. Like, I go flying. Like, I fly, and my best friend flies. And he was like, ugh. He throws it in reverse, backs up, and turns around and starts heading back towards the other guy's house. Once we get back to his house, he throws the car in park, jumps out, and slams the door, and goes in the guy's house. And I'm like, oh, shit, so how are we getting home now? How the fuck are we getting home now? Because at this point, it's already probably 2 a.m. Her parents wake up at 6 o'clock. And it's like a 30-minute drive. Actually longer than 30 minutes, but that's not the point. I'm just like, how the fuck are we getting home? Because bitch. Also, both of our phones were almost dead, too. Actually, she didn't even have her phone. She had to leave it at her house. I had my phone. And I was like, yep, we're fucked. So I immediately start texting everyone I know like crazy. Can you pick me up? Can you pick me up? Can you pick me up? Everyone. No. Like, guys, this is an emergency. What are we doing? Like, I actually need help. He comes back to the car, whips the fucking car door open, and he's like, get the fuck out of my car, I'm calling the cops. And I was like, no, call them. Call the cops. Call them. I'm not moving. Call them. And he was like, oh, and he slams the door and he walks away because I knew his bitch ass wasn't going to call the fucking cops. I knew he wasn't going to call the cops. At the point, no one's able to take us home. So we're like, you know what? Let's start walking. Guys, this was a 40-minute drive. So imagine the walk. I don't know how long that would be, but far as fuck. But that's how fucking doomed we were. Also, mind you, we had no idea how to get home because this is a town both of us have never been in. We never go out this way. So dead phones, no clue where we are, no idea how to get back. So we're lucky, you know what? YOLO it. We started walking because what the fuck else can we do? Yeah, we started walking the complete fucking opposite way. The complete opposite way. And we were doing that for like a good 20 minutes. I was like, shit, walking the wrong way. So we turn around, start walking the right way, obviously. And we stop at this gas station and we're just charging our phones and the people are asking us if we're okay. And I was like, yes, because I didn't want the cops to be called because then we really would have been fucked. Really fucked. The gas station worker keeps asking us and we kind of keep blowing her off and we go in the bathroom. And we're kind of just like, what the fuck do we do? What do we do? So we're sitting in the bathroom and then my friend is like, we should just tell the gas station worker that we do need help. And I was like, yeah, but what if she fucking calls the cops? And she was like, well, tell her not to. So we go out there and I was like, actually, she said something first. She was like, girls, just be honest. Do you need a ride? And I was like, yes. And then I start crying. I'm like, we need to get home. We stupidly snuck out to go see these boys. And dude, I told her everything. And she was the sweetest woman literally ever. She was like, I have kids. I promise I get it. I used to be a teenager once. Don't feel bad. Stop crying. Just calm down. I'll get you guys home safe. How far do you guys live? I was like, we live really far though. And she's like, I don't care. I'll get you guys home. She left work, drove 45 minutes just to take us home. And in the car, she was giving us a talk like a mom. She was like, I'm not mad at you guys or anything, but I just want you guys to know that this is not safe and you have to be careful around people you don't know. And she dropped us off at my best friend's house just in time. Like, guys, this woman, God bless. Because, oh my gosh. So yeah, this is why you need to be careful on two-mans. Also, why I started taking my car everywhere. Because now I'm not stranded. Like, I will never be stranded because I have a way out. So yeah, be careful with who you hang around, guys.
Get ready with me for school while I give you guys a story time on how I found out my boyfriend was cheating on me on his own birthday party. Disclaimer, this is not my story. It was sent to me anonymously, so let's get into it. So basically, I found out my ex was cheating on me, but I didn't know the full story yet. And the crazy part is that he invited both me and the girl he cheated on me with to his birthday party. And mind you, neither of us knew about each other, so no, this wasn't no side piece or sneaky link type of thing. So we both show up looking cute, thinking we're both the girlfriends and stuff. And at first we're being nice to each other, introducing ourselves to everybody at the party. And tell me why the boyfriend walks in. I'm not calling him my boyfriend because clearly he was not just my boyfriend. Then he walks in and tell me why we both go up to him and hug him at the same time. It was literally the most awkwardest thing ever because I pulled back and I was like, that's my boyfriend. And tell me why she looks at me and goes, no, that's my boyfriend. When I tell you my heart dropped to my fucking ass. We start arguing because we're both just confused and sad. It turns into this whole big scene and like drama club thing. So we eventually just both leave the party. And he was just in the middle of us trying to calm us down like, boy, you're just as guilty. Like, so after me and the girl both left the party, he goes to her, just trying to fix things, trying to get back with her, and she tells him that she wants nothing to do with him. So what does he do? He comes to me and he made it seem like he chose me first, like he left her for me. So I was being like a little dumb and I believed him, so I got back together with him. Then later, the girl, let's call her Pineapple, she had texted me. She was like, hey girl, this is Pineapple, so-and-so just tried to get back with me after the party. And I was just confused because that's like he told me the complete opposite. Like he said he chose me first. That's when everything started adding up. So I broke up with him for real this time. And guess what? I find out that he has 2 other girls on his phone. Not just me, not just Pineapple, 2 other random girls. This whole thing was just so embarrassing, messy, and honestly, it was exhausting. But at least me and the girl didn't fight over him. So thank God we just figured out the truth instead of like fighting over a man that wasn't worth shit. Guys, that is it for the story. If you guys have any stories that you guys want me to read, let me know. DM me. My DMs are always open. So yes, peace.
I got pregnant March of my freshman year and didn't find out until October of my sophomore year. So let's flash back to that period of time while I tell you guys how I found out I was 33 weeks pregnant at 16 years old. So let's start off with why I didn't know I was pregnant. I had been on birth control this whole time until I found out, which meant I was getting a mimic of my period every single month. And while it wasn't technically a period, my uterine lining wasn't shedding every month, I was on birth control, and that line of pills will mimic your period if you're taking them on time every single day. And that's what happened to me. Still getting my period, and usually that is like the #1 sign that you're not pregnant, but joke's on me because I was. Obviously I knew it was a possibility, but that just wasn't a thought in my mind considering I was completely asymptomatic. Usually you get the tender breasts, sickness, the nauseousness, and I just got none of that. I guess I'll consider myself lucky, and hopefully when I go to have my next kid, it's the same thing. Anyways, I just go about thinking that for about 6 months with no thought in my mind that I could be pregnant. Then August rolls around and our county fair comes to town, and I have people starting rumors that I'm pregnant. At this point, I had gotten a little bigger, but it just looks like I had gained some weight, not that, oh my goodness, she's pregnant. And you're probably wondering, Gina, why are you calling it a rumor if it was true? I 100% are calling them all rumors up until the minute I found out because nobody knew if I didn't know. And you're wondering, why didn't I test if people were talking about it? And that's because I truly just in no world thought I was pregnant. So these rumors continue through volleyball season, the beginning of school, obviously. Didn't show a whole lot when I was pregnant anyway. Just literally looked like I had gained some weight. But at this point it is about mid-October and we are about to go on a little bit of a break of teachers convention. And at this point I had been retenning so much water that I was so swollen. And that is why we went into the doctor. We thought maybe I had a cyst, maybe there was something else going on, but literally in no world did we think I was pregnant because I was still getting my period. But this was about mid-October and we went in. And I had a bunch of people ask why they didn't make me pee in a cup, and I guess in my doctor's office I have never had to do that. That's just not like a routine thing here until I found out I was pregnant and obviously going to OB appointments. But if you're not going in for a pregnancy appointment or because you think you're pregnant, they don't make you pee in a cup, I guess. So we went in and they asked a few questions, and then we just decided we were going to do an ultrasound on my stomach to see if there was something on my liver, if I had a cyst, any of the things, because you would be able to see that from an ultrasound. And then my doctor starts to do the ultrasound and he's like, I think I see a baby, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna get an ultrasound tech in here just to confirm what I think I see. I said, okay. And at this point, I am completely broken down with a little bit of hope that maybe I'm not pregnant. But obviously, I kind of knew, because why would you say that if you didn't think that? And at this point, the doctor has left to go and get this ultrasound tech. And my mom and I are in there and we're just like, I am obviously so upset and think my life is over. I am distraught. My mom is just there being my biggest supporter, telling me everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna figure it out together. And she truly was. She meant that through my whole journey. So a few minutes later, tech then comes in and she's like, yes, this is definitely a baby and I think you are at least 33 weeks along. I said, because in no way did I think I was pregnant nor 33 weeks along. So that's about where that appointment ends. They take my blood so they can make sure everything's good. I just had to delete videos because I ran out of storage. But anyways, the next available ultrasound was Monday. Obviously, they're doing a full anatomy scan to make sure everything is healthy. So at this point, I have only told my mom and dad, my boyfriend, and his parents. Nobody else knows yet. We didn't want to exploit anything or tell anyone if we didn't know if the baby was healthy yet or not. Just because if it wasn't, that was going to add a whole nother level to everything. But anyways, I go in for that anatomy scan. They give me the gender, all the things. We found out it's a little baby girl. Also find out that everything is healthy. Glory to God. Because during this pregnancy, I wasn't drinking or doing anything like that. I never have and I never will. Eating lunch meat and taking medicine and the stuff I shouldn't have. And I had a lot of people ask if birth control can affect pregnancy. And I don't think it can. So you wouldn't take birth control if you're pregnant because you're trying to prevent birth. I announced it a few days after I found out in October and everyone was supportive then, but in November, that's when I had my baby shower and stuff. Because I found out mid-October and I had her on November 26th. I will make a separate video about how I kind of planned and got everything ready for her that fast. But I had an amazing support system and that was a lot of it. After I had my daughter, my boyfriend and I continued to live at our own parents' houses. I was a senior in high school when we had her. I was a sophomore. So I decided I wanted to go online just because I didn't want to leave my daughter right after I had her and try to keep up on schoolwork in school. So I went online and used Penn Foster because it was self-paced and that was truly a game changer for me. And I graduated a year early. I graduated this year. And right after I graduated, my boyfriend and I moved out of our own parents' houses so we could move in together. While we lived with our parents, he started a full-time job right after he graduated, so we were able to save up to be able to afford to move out and still have some money under our belt for when we want to buy. So we have now moved out and we're living together. We are still together. He has a blue-collar job and is able to fully support us. So if I don't have a great month on social media or something, that is never a worry. I have plans to take some college courses just online again, maybe something with business, something to pursue social media, but for now I'm going to take a break from all of that just so I can focus on my daughter and all the things. If you guys have any questions and you want to know how I told my boyfriend's family, how I told my family, any of the things, I will make stories on that. I'm gonna start doing a lot more story times. I love talking to the camera. It's one of my favorite things to do. I will make a whole lot of story times. Comment anything you guys want. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I would love if you dropped a follow to follow along with my journey of teenage motherhood because I post it all here. I am real, I am raw, I am relatable, all of the things. But I love you guys. Bye.
Story time about my crazy ex. Before I get started, I highly recommend you grab a water, a snack, get comfy, plug in your phone because this is not going to be a short story and you're not going to want to miss this. The no contact order ended today, so I can finally share the story. Set the scene, this is my senior year, so this is last year in March. I broke up with
my ex, my boyfriend then. I broke up with him over text, and now before you say anything, while we were dating, he told me to break up with him over text because he would never be able to do it in person. So I followed his wishes and I broke up with him over text. That same day, he gave me back everything I ever got him, and I had to give him back his stuff. Nothing happened that rest of the week. I broke up with him on a Wednesday. We had school that Thursday. Just saying some things. We exchanged some not kind words over text message. I won't go over those, but that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we had our senior trip and he wasn't going on it, so I didn't see him the rest of the weekend. He was saying some stuff about me at school the following Monday, and I just blew it off. It's really not that big of a deal. Come that PE class that day, we were supposed to play kickball and he's dribbling basketball. Next thing I know, it's in the back of my head. He threw a basketball at the back of my head. I go to the guidance counselor, the day moves on. I'm only at school for half a day, so when I go to my car at lunch, when I leave for the day, I find that someone had been in my car and poured pop all inside my car. The cameras caught him doing it. I don't even remember if he got in trouble for that stuff. The next day, that morning, I'm sitting in my car about to go into school and he comes up and knocks on my window. I'm terrified because are you going to hurt me? He hands me a card and he just said read it. I can't remember the exact words, but in it was a note about him apologizing and that he was super sorry, and a grad card telling him that I could still come to his grad party. Honestly, I was appreciative of the apology at the time. I was still hurt about the fact that he threw a basketball at the back of my head. I just remember being scared. Later that day, when I'm on my open period for lunch, he also has the same open period as I did. So he followed me to my cousin's house where I was going, actually my roommate now. Here's our driveway, here's the road. He pulls up behind me, rolls down his window, and asks if we can talk. I tell him no. He asks if he can say something, and I say yeah, just say it, shout it. And he says, come here. I tell him no. My uncle comes out, asks if everything's all right, and he drives away. Next day, so this is Wednesday, we're in our 4th period class, and he's talking about how we are going to play dodgeball with basketballs again that day, and I'm freaking out because I don't want a basketball to the back of my head again. So I skip out on PE that day. I just remember I was talking to my principal about something. I don't remember what was going on. I just remember talking to my principal. I ended up leaving his office and going to my car for my open lunch, and there's X, here's me. His car is pulled in this way and mine is facing this way. He has a hatchback and my car's locked now because I locked my car, and I'm trying to unlock my car. I'm fiddling with my keys. He's in his back doing something in his car, and I hear something fly by my head, so I look over at him and I get a water bottle straight to the face. Walk back into the school. My principal told me he had seen everything. My ex had sped away, drove away. I just waited in there and talked to him, and then I think I went home, if I remember correctly, and I think he got a 2-day suspension or something like that, because I walked in one time to the office and the suspension rooms were right by the front desk, and he came out of the room and told me to enjoy my 2 days because after that he was going to make my life a living hell. So after that, my whole school pretty much knows what's going on. There's teachers talking about me, and honestly, if any of you are watching this, please stay out of teenagers' business, because honestly you make them feel so alone. And please do better, because talking about a student and their personal life with other students is really embarrassing on your part. While I was dating this guy, I pretty much followed the same exact schedule, so he knew my day-to-day life and knew where I was going to be at certain times, so it really terrified me, and he started making comments to people about how he was going to wreck my car, and I was hearing about it, and so I had to start parking my car in hiding places and places where he wouldn't be able to find it. After a while, I didn't hear from him, and it was actually kind of nice. I mean, he said things under his breath. I still heard people talking about me at school, but it just kind of died down until one morning we were leaving for a field trip for my PE class. We were going bowling, walking in the parking lot, and all of a sudden I hear a car speed up, and I look, and there's this car heading straight for me and my friend walking into the school. My dad didn't want to file a no contact order or a restraining order or anything, because my dad's had things on his record and he knew he was still a kid. He was 18. At the time, my ex and I was 17, but as soon as my dad found out that he was speeding towards me in his car, my dad had the appointment set up right away. After the no contact order that was filed a year ago today, it's May at this point, and I start getting hate comments on my TikTok videos, which is fine. Like, I can filter them, see them. But these ones are from some random account. The circle, like, for his profile picture has the letter of his name, and he's commenting really personal stuff, saying I should, and saying that my freshman year should have worked and it would have been better off for everyone else. One day when I'm walking out of school to leave for my lunch, he's talking to these two girls who I knew and thought were my friends. I have no hate against them anymore, but talking about me, and he said some really rude names, like he was talking to them but looking at me. I told my mom about it. My mom called the school, the principal talked to him. I'm at home, I'm heading into work. Next thing you know, he's on my road heading towards my house, which is nowhere near his. And I pull into my spot at work and he followed me there. Long story short, he throws a pop can at the back of my car, speeds away. The cops, they catch him on camera at my work. The cops can't find him for 2 days. They eventually arrest him. Everyone in my school knows as soon as he breaks out, and his story is that he was going to the store to get his mom coffee creamer, and he had nothing to do with me, and I'm just making this all up. Fast forward to the end of the month, I'm talking to this guy, and my ex finds out because the neighbor across the street told my ex that I was hanging out with this guy, and he drove by and he texted the guy I was hanging out with saying, "Good luck with that one, she is a handful." Anyways, nothing else has happened since then. I have no hate against his family. I really liked his mom and sisters, and honestly, I just wish him the best. I've heard he's doing good. I hope he's still doing good. It just made me really want to end my senior year. It was a scary time for me. I probably missed some small details in here because it was just so much in the span of like a month and a half that went on in my life that didn't even seem real. But that's generally all I have to share today with you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I love you all. Bye!
Get ready with me for bed while I tell you guys how someone tried exposing me. But first, let's brush this nappy hair. Usually I don't put this on my story times, but it took me 30 minutes to brush out all my hair. Like, y'all, no. So obviously, like, everybody has a spam, right? And me, I have my spam, which I am very certain with who I let in my spam, okay? I don't just let anyone in there. Anyways, so I had made a post, not even on my spam, my close friends spam, okay? Close friends. Tell me why somebody in my close friends took a screenshot and then decided to post it on TikTok. I don't know what they were trying to do, posting on TikTok, trying to gain clout or whatever, but they posted on TikTok and then they started commenting it, like photo commenting it on my comments and my mother's comments. And I'm saying girl because I know it was a girl because I don't have guys on my close friends. In a way, I didn't care because it's nothing that I'm hiding. It's nothing bad I posted on my close friends. I guess they just thought it was something I was hiding and thought it would be cool to try exposing me. I don't know if they thought that just because I didn't post it on my main that it was a secret or I was keeping it a secret. It was honestly more so a surprise. I kind of realized you guys are going to come out with the craziest ideas that I was hiding, but it's just that I'm going to Houston next week, guys. Like, that was a secret. So, I'm not upset at it. I mean, it got taken down. Like, it's not up anymore. Nobody really found out or, like, paid attention. I think I'm more upset that it's someone I trusted in my close friends, and for you to, like, betray my trust for, like, a bit of clout or something is just literally so weird. Like, at the end of the day, I'm just a teenager, and if I want to post things on my spam account, it's for my friends. Like, you know, like, I'm just a teenage girl. But this just goes to show you that not everybody wants to see you succeed and to not trust everybody. I'm also upset that it was a fake account. Like, literally just try exposing me on your real account. Like, come on. So I'm more upset at the fact that I still don't know who did it. Like, that's what's making me mad. Like, I want to remove you off my spam. But yeah, just a little short story to share with you guys. I love you guys. Good night.
Oh, do I have a fucking story time for you. So this story actually takes place literally last night and like continuing this morning. So if you guys have watched my Get Ready With Me's, then you would know that like I'm talking to this guy. We're not like talking, but like I have a crush on him. Like I really like him. We've been hanging out for the past like 3 weeks. Like we've had sleepovers, hang out like twice a week, like whatever. During these 3 weeks, like he low-key gives me like bare minimum. Like he gives me like nothing. And he's not he's not boyfriend material at all. He literally told me he didn't want a relationship. But my dumbass is sitting here like, neither do I, like whatever. We can just like be whatever the fuck we are. I don't know. So we were planning last night for me to like sleep there and like come over, and he texted me at like 9:45 and saying come over, and I was like, okay, I'm on my fucking way. Like don't have to tell me twice. He lives 25 minutes away, by the way. So I was like, can I sleep there? He's like, yeah. So I was planning on sleeping over there and everything, and I drove 25 minutes to go see this kid. So I'm on the way, and I'm a good 5 minutes away, and I text him, where should I park? Because last time I went there, I slept over there, and I walked out in the morning, my car is gone. My car got fucking towed. He's like, oh my god, I thought you had a pass. And I was like, no, I didn't have a fucking pass because you didn't fucking give me one. Why would I have a pass? Anyways, I'm a little bit heated from that because that was a good $300 fucking on the drain, but whatever. Anyways, so he responds to my text and goes, if you have a pass, right out front. Again, I don't have a pass. We've been over this. My car got towed last time because I don't have a pass. But I just say, I don't have a pass, so where? And he doesn't answer, and I'm like, okay. I get to his apartment and I text him, I'm here, like I'm here, and then once again, no answer. So I call him and I'm like, I like just answer the fucking phone, like let me in, hello. I'm literally sitting outside. I've been sitting outside for like 5 minutes at this point, and I'm getting irritated. I'm getting so annoyed. He doesn't answer the phone once again, and I call my best friend and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, this has never happened to me. This is like my biggest fucking fear. Like, what do I do? She's basically just telling me like, wait like 10 minutes, and if he doesn't answer, leave. And I was like, okay. So I'm like texting him, and I said, I'm here whenever you want to answer, because like, oh my god, no way. Like, no way this is happening to me. So a good 10 minutes goes by, and I'm just texting him, and I just said, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, whatever. Because he's not going on Snap either. Like, he's not active on his phone. At this point, he hasn't been active in a good 20 minutes. So it's 10:35 at this point, and I've been waiting 15 minutes for this fucking kid. I get absolutely nothing. No answer, no, like, literally nothing. Like, he's not going on Snap. I'm like, okay, fuck this. I leave, and I drive 25 minutes back home at, like, I don't even know. I get home at like 11 at this point. So I get home around 11, and I'm literally thinking like, this is the worst kid ever. Like, you are an actual dick. Like, no way, you just made me drive almost half an hour and you don't answer. Like, fuck you. So all I text him is, I hope you know you just fumbled so fucking bad, because what the fuck? So it's around 11:15 at this point. In my head, we were just done. Like, if he wanted to text me in the morning, he could have done that, but I was gonna leave him open for like whatever. Like, I was not planning on texting him ever again. And I'm just sitting in my bed. I'm pissed off. I'm literally like, no way this just happened to me. Like, I literally just couldn't believe it. And then I get a text from his best friend. His best friend was actually asking me to hang out earlier in the day, and I was like, well, I didn't say anything. I was just like, well, like, I left him undelivered for a good like 2 hours, whatever. So his best friend texts me and goes, what are you doing? And I was like, shit. Shit. I was like, nothing. And then he goes, want to come over here? And I was like, yeah. Like, yeah, I do. But the thing is that he had a bunch of friends over there, and I was like, yeah, I'm not low-key gonna like come with all you and your friends. Like, no thank you. And I was just like, we can hang out a different night. And he goes, all right, that's fine. So, and I just go to sleep at this point. I'm literally like, what the fuck even is my life? Like, I genuinely don't know. I couldn't tell you. And then I get a call at like 1:15 in the morning. I'm fully asleep, like I'm passed out, and it's the kid's best friend calling me, and I don't answer, but I text him because he fucking woke me up, and he goes, come over. And I was like, I was asleep. He goes, come over, you can sleep here. Bro, I'm sleeping. Like, what? I just left him undelivered from that text. Like, he's literally still undelivered. I don't know how to reply to that now that it's literally 10 in the morning, but is it bad if I hang out with his best friend? Like, bro just did me this dirty. Like, I just don't care. So I wake up this morning and I get a text from that kid at 2:45. He texted me this. He sends 4 different chats and goes, oh my fucking god, I lost my phone. Leah, I'm so fucking sorry. What do you mean you lost your phone? And you found it at 2:45 in the morning? Bitch, be so fucking for real. Like, do you think I'm stupid? I woke up and I left someone open right away. I was like, fuck this, I'm not entertaining this, I'm not. He knows I could actually bitch him out if I wanted to. I just, like, I don't want to put my energy into that because, like, just fuck you, I don't know. So he was unopened, and then literally right before I started recording this Get Ready With Me, he texted me and goes, I'm so sorry. Good? Like, okay. I don't know. Is my crash out, like, valid? Like, is that valid? I just drove 50 minutes last night, like, total for this fucking kid for no reason. Like, I just wasted my gas money on you. Like, no. I'm all done with my makeup. I will update you guys later, of course, if anything happens. I'm literally going to work for the next, like, 6 hours. Should I text him back and just be like, you lost your phone, question mark? Like, I don't even know what to say at this point. But thank you guys for watching. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.